first to say a toe to so. You know what? A toe to so. A fucking a toe to so.
All right, so why don't we just start it like this? You tell me one nice thing about Pudface, Morgan. Everyone has to say a nice thing.
I think it's so cool that one of my friends finally got an acting gig. I don't think I need to say anything more than that, but just one person in this call I think did a great job playing Pudface Morgan in this RoboCop episode.
I don't know. I don't think no, I don't think we're gonna do. Let's restart the whole show. Yeah. Let's just restart.
Okay, all right. Well, so should we watch a different episode maybe that doesn't have sensitive character in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he show up any other time in the series?
Very much so.
He's a constant.
He's a recurring character.
Constant antagonist. Yeah.
He's the main villain. He's Joker to RoboCop's Batman.
Oh my god, that's so great. I guess that's what I thought he was at the beginning of the episode, and then by the end, I was like, oh, this might be just a one-time thing. But I'm glad that he's a big overarching guy.
I will say, speaking of Joker, there's some moments in this where Pudface he's doing a Heath Ledger. He's doing a little bit of a Heath Ledger Joker thing.
Yeah, he's unhinged.
He's kind of nailing it. He kind of rules. That's the only good thing about Pudface, I would say, is that the guy's a bastard. I don't want anything to do with this evil piece of shit.
And he looks like a fucking pud.
Yeah,
he looks like shit, dude. He's ugly as fuck.
Yeah, ugly on. I'll say this about Pudface Morgan. Okay, he's as ugly on the inside as he is on the outside.
Yeah, agree.
Undeniable.
It's
and RoboCop. Good for him for fucking that guy up. Shoot, you know what? And the worst possible thing you can do to somebody, I learned from this show, the highest form of violence is you shoot a gun out of their hand. That's got to be. I mean, they're going to quit crime forever after that.
That's humiliating.
Right?
It's humiliating. Yeah. You could shoot them dead, and what good does that do? But why not?
Exactly.
Why not just humiliate them? You
got to teach them a lesson.
You got to use the master's tools. The one good thing I can say about Pudface Morgan is that it's just nice to see Hungarians represented on television.
So we've only seen 2 episodes of the Canadian RoboCop TV show, which has replaced Corner Gas as the show that we watch. And I can firmly say, after the first episode, I could not tell whether or not this was a children's show or like an early version of Adult Swim, like a sort of fantastical show for adults. After this episode, I am no closer to answering that question.
Impossible to tell, really. Impossible.
Yeah.
Highly sexualized scenes, sort of backed up by cartoonish plot. Yeah.
I mean, I thought that it was this is a recurring thing with this.
I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was really good.
I thought it was so funny, dude.
I
thought it was so fun to watch. This is 100% the kind of show I would watch so many episodes of.
I was watching. I was like,
if this was on Netflix, I would have watched like 60 episodes in a row. Probably.
I laughed so hard, like doubled over laughing when he shoots RoboCop with the flamethrower and RoboCop's completely on fire, and then it just slowly fades to commercial, and he's just not moving at all, just on fire. And then it comes back to commercial,
so sick,
same exact shot. It was so funny, dude.
The pyrotech, they have like clearly like a statue of him on fire, and then just
they
the
hold
giant,
on it for
like,
way too long,
bursts of flame in front of him too. They have these huge flamethrower pyrotechnics that are going up. It's incredible.
That's what happens when something goes on fire. Is like nature wants to remind you there's a fire here. Extra flames.
Bursts from
nature
out
warning
of frame.
fire. Yeah.
It was so cool. I mean, I thought there was so much fun shit in this show. The intro I thought was great. The I didn't know. I've never seen. I've never seen RoboCop. This is the only RoboCop thing I've ever seen.
I haven't seen it either.
Are you kidding?
I've never seen any RoboCop anything.
I've seen the scene where he shoots the guy in the dick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's
this is great. So you could be talking to somebody that'd be like, yeah, like I'm a big fan of these like subversive 80s action films like RoboCop, and you'd be like, hell yeah, Pudface Morgan, amazing, amazing social commentary.
What a perfect villain.
Oh, you mean the movie? Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I've only seen the show.
I've only seen episode 12 of the show.
And then every other episode immediately after that.
I will be watching. I will at least be watching 2 other episodes probably today.
Oh, yeah. I mean, one of the things I think would be very funny is if you took the opening scene of RoboCop where the guy gets shot in the dick and then put it into this show, like he'd have to have like a gun in his pants that was shot out of his pants.
Yeah. Just fly. It's so awesome to just every time he was just shooting metal. When he was like, in the beginning, the intro, when he's like, runs in and he's like pointing a gun at the bad guys and they're all shooting at him, and then you see his vision and it's like target acquired, and he, instead of aiming at them, he looks up and shoots a chain. So a chandelier falls on his head. It was so, I mean, yeah, that's what a cop would do.
Yeah. That's how you got to apprehend Pudface,
Yeah.
Because not even Pudface deserves to die. His punishment is he has to live as Pudface.
RoboCop is equipped with the Looney Tunes mod.
Yeah, exactly. He's holding them. He's handing them sticks of dynamite that are painted like, baguettes or whatever, and running away.
The fearsome French gang. But in case you haven't told, don't tell. Don't tell anyone about this. This is our little secret.
Please don't tell anyone about RoboCop, the Canadian TV series.
No, in case you couldn't tell, this is once again. We are back with Cameron Patrick. I almost said Catrick because you had a cat earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Cameron, Patrick, and Caleb, Pot of Outlist. We're talking about the episode 12 of the RoboCop series. Now, you may be wondering, but Riley and Dan, you've watched episode 1 of the RoboCop series with, noted fan of the original movie RoboCop and generally Paul Verhoeven follower, Will Menaker. And now you've skipped 11 episodes and you're watching it again with at least 2 people who have never seen the original. But you might be asking, what happened in the intervening 11 episodes? You may have to just keep listening to find out, because we decided we wanted to watch the one called The Human Factor about a nuclear bomb threatening to go off in Delta City. But all of the episodes on YouTube have the wrong names and numbers, so we watched a different one. Yeah,
I was reading the YouTube comments because I wanted to see what other people thought of the RoboCop show, and everyone is like, "It's been a year and you haven't fixed it. What is going on?"
Like, do we think that like Run With Us Productions like still has their YouTube login?
No way.
No, definitely
they had like
not.
2-factor authentication, and then they were just like, "Well, I don't know where the phone do that is."
So Dan. You pay attention to stuff usually. Can you just run down the plot of this episode for us?
Yeah, so this episode, not the nuclear bomb episode. This episode is about it's a scathing indictment on true crime, or not true crime, I guess like reality crime television.
Yeah,
which would have been peaking around the time that this got made, and it basically follows a unscrupulous news crew as they film sort of like home invasions and acts of violence in Delta City, mostly perpetrated by one Pudface Morgan.
Yeah, they talk about how the crew of Inside Crime, which has like a special phone that you call if you're about to commit a crime.
Crime phone.
Yeah, crime phone.
Yeah.
And then you can put on a mask, and then they follow you while committing your crime. They don't intervene, but they only ever work with Pudface, it seems. They've never worked with anyone else.
No one else is calling the crime line. It's just...
I mean, he's the star. How are you going to... If somebody calls you and they're like, I'm going to rob a bank, but I'm not Pudface Morgan, you're not showing up to that fucking bullshit, dude.
That's true.
You're not getting the production value of Pudface Morgan. He's got a fucked up face. He covers it with a clown mask. There's always a twist.
Yeah. He's got amazing one-liners, like soon the world will see him for what he really is, a robo bozo.
He also calls him Robo Klutz at the
Yeah, which I mean, but to be fair, if he's a recurring villain and we're on episode 12, he's got to be running low on lines this far into the season.
That's true.
Right?
The well is
His
probably
first
pretty
appearance,
dry.
Probably the 8th time he called him RoboClutz.
probably hitting home runs with just like the insults, and he's just like, "Yeah, you robot, bitch. I don't know.
You're fat.
Yeah, I bet under that suit is a pile of shit."
It's a suit. Take those clothes off. Fucking
Idiot.
You look weird.
You're funny the way you walk.
Fucking like that.
Yeah, hey, dude, nice robot suit. It'd look better on my floor. Yeah, so it's the story basically, if I could sum it up, is, as you say, Dan, inside crime, as a scathing indictment of like 24-hour crime news. It'd be very funny if like RoboCop in the Canadian TV for kids, or maybe not, ? RoboCop live action show managed to accidentally skewer a bunch of 2022 relevant topics like true crime obsessions and stuff. But so the inside crime guys, for great ratings, they're always talking about the ratings.
They want those shares.
Yeah, they want share. They're desperate for share. They're following around Pudface Morgan and his crew, which includes one named villain called Shorty,
who has like a squeaky helium voice.
Yeah. He's like a 50s like lackey. He's like, "Yeah, boss. Like, why don't we set RoboCop on fire?"
That type of guy is going to come back in the future.
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
RoboCop is predicting.
Yeah.
You guys,
in
are you guys
30 years that guy is coming back?
Lackeys are coming back in a big way.
Oh,
That's going to be a super cool thing for short guys to be.
I can't wait to have a bunch of lackeys like
That'd
that.
be
I know,
lackey.
dude.
Just egging you on, gassing you up.
Let me see. Let me see. If you think you'd be a great lackey, let me see you punch your hand menacingly in the camera. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Oh, my
that's
God.
that's so good as a lackey.
Curl my lips down.
Yeah, your
Just
face
like
is
a-
made. You have
would you
lackey
be a-
face, dude.
I know
you
I
be
have
a-
lackey face. It's awesome.
A low gruff voice lackey or a high pitched cockney lackey.
I'd have to go, "Oh, boss, let me at him." I'd have to go
Yeah,
really
perfect.
high.
Yeah,
or maybe
yeah,
I'd do
yeah.
like a little girl's voice too.
Yeah, I think like that would be an excellent. I think that would be, if you could be like a TikTok star, it'd be like this young man from New York has gotten 30 million followers on TikTok with lackey core videos.
Yeah, and I'm like, maybe I'm trying to like turn my viral videos of me basically auditioning to be a lackey into like an actual lackey gig, right?
Yeah.
Where I kind of just parlay that.
No, but you'd
People
be
are
like
wanting it.
you'd be like the only lackey who's bigger than the villain. Like the villains would compete to hire you because like if you got Caleb as your lackey,
Yeah,
and like you're the next big thing. It's like how the bouncer at Berghain himself has an agent.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And the problem is like no one wants to be a villain boss anymore. You've got a surplus of people trying to grind it out and become the
No
best.
more leaders.
There's no more leaders. No one
All
wants to work
lackeys
anymore.
these days. No
Yeah.
leaders.
It's all grunts.
I also think it would be very amusing to see like the New York Magazine piece and why everyone likes lackey core, because it makes you feel like less alone and more in control of your life.
I just like it for the fashion.
Yeah, like a newsboy's cap, flipping a dime, like
Yeah.
The sort of like
you-
the. Go ahead.
The amount of dimes you get as a lackey.
yeah, that's
You're always
perks.
losing them. You're flipping them. Fucking, they'll go everywhere.
Oh no! It looks like you get a lot of dimes, but you mostly have to bring your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the thing people don't know about the lackey business. It's like they're like, oh, it's so sweet, get all these dimes.
Yeah. It's
That's
like
true.
how when you're a kid, you think teachers just like have pencils constantly.
Yeah,
They don't have, it's not like they have to buy their own.
Well, it used to be before like Reagan and stuff. Like lackeys just had dimes supplied to them. Budget
ruined
cuts.
everything.
Yeah, he ruined.
And
he
then it'd be
ruined
lackey
villainy.
business.
It'd be great to get, and then you get to like the end of your lackey career, and you write like a tell-all memoir called like "Let Me at Me,"
Oh, boy. Yeah, yeah, dude. That's so good.
Yeah.
Um,
My shorty.
Well, it's sort of heavily
by Shorty
implied.
Smalls. Let me at me by Shorty Smalls, and it's me doing this into a mirror.
What I do
Shaking
like,
my fist.
what I do like about this is, because like all of these books are books. All of these, I think these are books.
It's great Canadian lit series.
Visual novels.
I can't believe it rocks that RoboCop won the Giller Prize 12 times in a row. It's incredible.
Yeah. Well, it's it rules is that at some point in this novel, I think it is not heavily implied on purpose, but by accident, that Shorty does suck a guy off, because they hang on. I wrote it down. It's a series of robberies that are committed by Pudface, Shorty, and a bunch of unnamed henchmen.
Hired goons.
Goons mostly, to steal first some diamonds that are heavily implied. It's like the only thing that can cut through the new ultra steel armored car that's containing all the gold bullion that's going to pay for the cops' salaries.
The diamonds are made of a substance called carbon-16, and the steel, the unbreakable steel, is just called super steel plating.
Yeah. But in one of the series of robberies, Shorty goes and grabs like one of the drivers, and Pudface is like, "Hey, show this guy a good time, Shorty." He says, "Hey, Shorty, show our host here a good time." And he says, "Yeah, sure thing, boss." And so they just like run away off camera.
Yeah, I didn't know if that meant something different in Canada, but it definitely reads as this guy's gonna fuck his butt is getting fucked.
Yeah. What if like Shorty takes off his mask? He's just like a beautiful. Just like the most beautiful henchman in the world.
You think he's a butter voice?
Just the most supple twink.
Yeah. He's a complete butter voice. He's just, that thing comes off and it's just like, oh my God. He's glowing from under it.
Well, lackeyism lights you from within. I've seen a lot of like rose emoji lackey accounts say that about like older lackeys. Yeah, us. Everyone's just trying to get on Rose Emoji Lackey Twitter. All the good accounts, though, they started posting on Something Awful like 10 years ago. And they were weird Lackey Twitter. There's another. So there are a few other plots here, of course. Obviously, like a good novel, it has several interweaving plots. One of them is that kids, when after seeing Pudface and RoboCop on TV, they're choosing sides. Kids often do, and they're purchasing special toys that change your voice into that of Pudface or RoboCop.
Yeah.
So you can get a little thing on your neck, and then it makes you really good at sort of PG-13 quips on whether or not RoboCop is like a putz, or like a slur.
A robo
this is this part is my theory on whether this show is for kids or adults. Is there's this thing going on in this scene where RoboCop is like, television is ruining kids because they're watching all this horrible crime stuff on TV. Then this is a show where it seems like it's mostly for kids, but then there are a bunch of people having sex in elevators. So it's kind of, I think it's kind of a meta take on, look, this is a kid show and we're ruining your kids. We're making them want to have sex in elevators. Yeah. I think it's kind of a deep next level kind of thing.
That is the sort of, so far, that is the best explanation of the Canadian RoboCop TV show that I have heard.
Agree.
It's like, it is a kind of cult, the output of some kind of a very specific cult that wanted to really change personalities of Canadian children when they got into like elevator sex age as adults.
It's shitty Videodrome is what it is. It's like Brian Oblivion and the Videodrome channel, but instead of Videodrome channel, it's like it's Pudface Morgan and sex in elevators.
Oh my God, I wish Pudface got a sex scene.
Yeah, he has to have one. Seeing kind of the tone of the show, there's got to be some time in this season where Pudface fucks somebody.
Yeah, there's got to be an episode that like revolves around Pudface falling in love with someone.
There's no question. There's got to be a Mrs. Pudface.
Well, is there a Mrs. Pudface? I mean, like, we'll see. We're gonna watch more of this show. You know,
we are.
We'll report back to you if there's like. If
Oh, I'm going to be watching it too. I'll probably see it all before you guys do.
Well, you'll see it all, huh?
I'll see it. I mean, hopefully, I see it all
Every
in regards to
bit.
Pudface.
Yeah, they've got Pudface on on Cinemax after 11.
Yeah, they have Pudface. Near the end of the season, there's an episode just Pudface on a black casting couch. How it opens.
The Pudface After Dark episode.
Yeah.
So basically, so the police hate inside crime because it makes kids love crime. They can't
Yeah.
get enough of it.
Because
And
Pudface is
also-
cool.
Yeah, well, also as soon as anyone sees or hears Pudface, like they love him, they start dressing up as him, which is, I think, pretty accurate. And so so that story, the lady exec, I'm on the robocop.fandom.com wiki.
Yes.
And it says that Rochelle Carney is the exec in charge of Inside Crime, is secretly in league with Pudface in order to create increasingly dramatic clashes between him and RoboCop and ultimately boost their ratings. However, they basically do like the like a sort of poorly explained Ocean's 11 thing, where they rob somewhere with a tape delay, and wouldn't you know it, it's Shorty as trying to kidnap the OCP executives dressed up as Pudface. This show makes so much sense. Wearing a mask, using the voice changer, like sort of Mission Impossible plus Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Which and better than both. Well, the real Pudface like shoots a green laser at like a floor and being like, "I'm going to steal all the stuff," but you know somehow and is sort of bested by RoboCop, but evades capture. But it wasn't immediately clear as to how. Dan, did you catch this as to how he evades capture?
Not really. No, it's very murky. I don't know. You guys?
I mean, I would say almost nothing in this show makes a lot of sense. But Pudface is, I mean, he's slippery. I'll give him
Yeah.
that. We got to chalk it up
Definitely.
to that, maybe.
Yeah, he's a slippery guy. Well, he's
Yeah.
all goopy.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine
Yeah.
touching his mouth?
I can and have.
Oh, God.
Can you?
Dude,
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine something being wet and dry at the same time, but there it is.
But so I'm actually on the RoboCop wiki fandom for Pudface, whose name is William Ray Morgan.
Mhm.
Most
Billy
of
Ray.
yeah, Billy Ray Morgan,
Holy.
Sweet Billy Ray.
Billy Ray Pudface.
who apparently he got made into a Pudface by RoboCop, who arrested him, but then like pushed him into like a toxic pool of some sort.
Oh, so he is just the Joker.
Well,
Yeah.
well, no. I need to issue a correction here because I also have this page open, and it says this was due to the fact that RoboCop had once arrested him and he had suffered massive scarring in a toxic accident of his own making. It was Pudface's fault. It was not RoboCop's
Yeah.
fault. This is
That
very
makes sense.
important.
So RoboCop was just like nearby.
He was just there. Yeah. But
He
he,
was
had
just in the area.
he had no liability for this toxic accident.
Well, that
It's
tracks
completely
because
Pudface's fault.
when they're following RoboCop on the like the crime scanner or whatever, they have like a moving map. They basically explain it like they're like that yellow dot is RoboCop, and he doesn't do what the other cops do. He just kind of wanders around and does his own thing. So, that he was just in the area when Pudface was like cooking up a toxic stew and maybe put the wrong proportions in.
He
That
just
makes
rolled
sense.
in.
Yeah.
He just rolled in. He was just around.
Yeah. It is funny to just imagine RoboCop just walking around all day. Just
Yeah.
not really going for anything. Just kind of walking, crossing the street.
Yeah.
Just
Just drifting from one place to the
Yeah.
next. Yeah.
I do think probably my favorite scene of this particular episode was where they're on like the daytime talk show, and it's like the producers of Inside
So
Crime
funny.
who are like, "We love the ratings. We're so evil. We just love being evil." And then the cops who are like, "We just want to keep everyone safe." And they're like, and the Inside Crime people are like, "Actually, RoboCop committed a crime by stopping the people we were filming from committing crimes." And he also like hurt me by catching me when I fell. I'm going to file a frivolous lawsuit against the city. and he's here. We brought out
Yeah,
RoboCop.
it's so funny. Just a
so-
Maury RoboCop.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Just him
It was-
walking, just doing his slow walk through the like big curtains. It's like it's so
Yeah.
good, dude.
It's really,
Amazing.
really funny.
Also, just noting. Oh, I just accidentally had a YouTube autoplay. I'm jumping around a little bit, but you said at the beginning, right? Alexander Jacobs comments on the YouTube video. This isn't human factor. It's been a year since upload and still not fixed. I don't know if you saw the response to that comment by
No, I didn't.
by Hellbringer with a capital Y instead of an I.
Yes,
Who
man.
says, "Welcome to a world where the uploader doesn't give a single shit."
We're getting fucked over here, man.
True.
Hellbringer.
yeah.
Seems like we're already in hell. You know.
We're in Hellbringer's world.
Yeah.
And also Roger Lynch comments, technically seeing the idea to pull through an ID card instead of punishing in all those required numbers is revolutionary. Wonder if we come there.
Huh?
Well, I don't know, but
That makes sense.
Hellbringer has a response for this.
Wait, go ahead. Sorry.
Ever heard of private rights and the shenanigans it comes with? I didn't think so.
Dude, I'm reading the description of what this episode was supposed to be. This sounds like so much cooler of an episode.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He teams
That's
up
why,
with his unsuspecting father.
That's why
to
I
stop.
picked it.
Wait, what?
To stop, RoboCop teams up with his unsuspecting father, a retired police captain, to stop and
Unsuspecting father. What
to
does
stop-
that mean?
I have no idea.
Those words don't go
It
together.
makes no sense. To stop an insane bomber from unleashing a campaign of terror against OCP that could end in nuclear Armageddon.
Oh my god.
Dude,
That's so awesome.
that would have been
RoboCop-
way better.
I want
Yeah,
to
I
see
like
the
that.
episode where RoboCop needs to get his stepdad out of the dryer. You know, like that's
Yeah, I guess that is the only context you can use the phrase "unsuspecting father" in.
Yeah.
Well, if he just thinks he's going to have a normal day of being a father, and then boom,
Yeah.
just stopping an insane bomber from conducting a campaign against OCP that threatens the world with a nuclear Armageddon, you just thought you were having a damn catch.
Yeah, man, I just really wanted my son to play football in high school, but instead he turned into a RoboCop.
How does he turn? Oh, I guess it was explained in the intro sequence.
yeah. The intro
Yeah.
sequence kind of just gives you the first episode, heavily condensed into like 30 seconds. So.
Well, does the first episode? Wouldn't the first episode be the movie? Technically,
Technically, but I mean the first episode of the television. No, actually, because the TV show sort of recreates the events of the movie, but takes
It's
a
not
bit of
all-
like
detour.
it's not a sequel. It's just like a whole retelling.
It's a reimagining.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
reimagining because also he only shoots people's guns out of their
Yeah,
hands. It's
That's
not like
true. Yeah.
he's-
Also, OCP is kind of whereas in the film it's portrayed as like this evil soulless company. In the TV show, it's portrayed as like a normal good company with a few bad apples.
Mhm. It's basically like it's like The Office, more or less. Like they've got like a Pam, you
Yeah.
know. They do
do have a
actually
Pam.
have a Pam. It's
They
just
do
she's
kind of have
killed.
a Pam.
She's killed in the first episode, and then she like lives in RoboCop's car
Oh wait,
Yes.
this other girl who's in
as
this
a
is
hologram.
this
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
the Pam, the other girl
Hol-
in the office.
That's Hollow Pam.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, she's Hollow Pam, and then no, the Pam that we had in the episode, she's one of the villains actually. There's another episode that where she's like the main villain, which we've watched but haven't done an episode on yet. Where it's called. Hang on, I'm going to get the actual list of. I'm going to get the actual title and description of that actual episode because it's just too good. Okay, it's called Sisters in Crime is the episode where she's like the main villain.
Awesome.
And
You want to read the description, Riley?
I do want to read the description. Hang on, let me just get it up on Wikipedia. Come on. Excuse me. The chairman of OCP is kidnapped and forced to do housework by a group of shapely rebels.
Ooh. Okay. I'm listening.
I hate it. I fucking hate it when that happens.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
all the time. It's so basically, yeah, it's the OCP chairman. Because like OCP is the sexist company, it's consistently getting terrorized by like groups of women. And eventually some kidnap him and then force him to like put on a dress and clean the house and like make pancakes and stuff.
This sounds, dude. We have to have picked the worst episode, right?
Oh my
I
God.
feel like this is the episode.
Every other
that-
episode
that-
sounds so sick, man.
I also I opened up the Wikipedia page here while you're reading that, and it says the pilot is 2 hours long.
Oh yeah, it was so long.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
A 2-hour pilot. This has
You
to be
know-
the best show ever.
Yeah, it was super great. I just see what there's a Metacritic page for Inside Crime. Hang on. Well, it's got no reviews yet.
for Inside Crime.
We're
Yeah,
going to
Inside
change that.
Crime. Just
Yeah,
not a
I-
single review.
It's getting 100% certified fresh from me. Tell you that right now.
Uh,
So they only did one season of this show.
It was it's very long. A season of like 24-hour long
A
episodes.
measly
including-
23
yeah.
episodes.
like they must have filmed each episode over like the course of an afternoon. All right.
Oh my God. I'm looking at the recurring cast and villains and stuff. And have you guys there's an episode with Roddy Piper.
Whoa.
And it says that he plays Tex Jones, a formerly clean-living, mild-mannered audiovisual research scientist with a flair for art before his near-death disfigurement and addlement at the hands of Simon Atwater. And then he tries to drug and mind control children.
I think it's fun that I don't think anyone ever reviewed any of the scripts. Now, I have gone on IMDb and I have found the rating for Inside Crime.
Okay.
It's 5.6.
Oh my God.
It's got a 56%. It passed, but it's not going to a good school, basically.
Uh-huh.
God damn, dude.
Yeah,
Inside.
man.
Why are they doing Inside Crime like that? Such a great idea for a show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look, they were never gonna. It was like this. I think that this episode of the RoboCop TV show was kind of like the sort of stealth pilot for Inside Crime.
Yeah.
So the storyline is described on IMDb says the hideous face of Pudface Morgan pulls in boffo ratings for the OCP's new hit reality
Boffo
show,
rating.
which follows the
Boffo
exploits
ratings.
of criminals. Boffo ratings. The tags are police officer, female police officer, male police officer, and police.
Yeah, I
Um,
feel like they're missing a tag there, which is robot police officer.
Yeah.
I don't. The thing to me that is most dystopian about this RoboCop show is it imagines a world where journalists are like somehow more annoying and have more power, where they can just like follow around, do whatever they want. They fake injuries like the beginning of The Incredibles. It's bone chilling stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, also, IMDb goofs. So there actually was one goof in this show. It was not perfect. This is probably why I got a
Oh, no.
5.6 out of 10.
Mhm.
So around the time the armored car convoy is rolling off the ferry, the CN Tower is visible, and the CN Tower is located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, not in Detroit.
I love that they got the CN Tower in the shot. That's
Is
amazing.
is that the Drake one where he sits on it?
Yeah. That's
It
the
is?
one.
That's the Cartoon Network Tower.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
It's the tower where they film the Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, they
Must
live
be
in it.
big to fit those tunes in there.
Yeah, that's right. Also, if you want to know, James Kidney, who portrays Pudface,
What a name.
is known for Upside Down from 2012, which is where, I don't know if you know that movie. It's the movie where there are like two worlds, like a good world and a bad world, and there is a twin. There's twins, and one of them lives on each, and they have to like jump to switch worlds. Are you not familiar with this film?
I've never heard of this.
No,
I
I've
tried
never
to find a
heard of it.
picture of James Kidney with no makeup on. All I'm getting is Nollywood actor Prince James passes on after long battle with kidney disease. This is a bunch of pictures of this guy in a hospital bed. It's like the only thing that comes up.
Oh, James Kidney was Elliot Bishop in The Tree That Saved Christmas. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there
That's
you
where
go.
I know
yeah.
him from.
That's
Yeah.
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 and he was-
as
he was-
soon-
he
as
was-
soon as
he
you
was-
said that, I knew.
He was the voice of Quatak in The Legend of Cirilla.
Oh my god! It's weird that he was also in Bird on a Wire as well. Like an actual good movie. He also attended Banting Memorial High School in Alliston, Ontario, Canada, not Detroit. So that's the trivia section for Mr. James Kidney.
Is he
Let's see.
alive still? Did
Yeah.
Pudface make it's possible we could see Pudface in some kind of future RoboCop reboot.
I would
Or some
love
kinda
to
like
see.
a
Or like
Pudface
the
TV
Toronto
show.
Lester B. Pearson Airport, you might see him just walking around. Right? He might be
In the
in
Pudface
line at
makeup.
Tim's. You know, he's in line at Tim Hortons. You go up, you tap him on the shoulder. You're like, Pudface. I don't want to bother you. I'm just so excited.
He's
He's
like,
like, what the fuck did you just call me? Call me Pudface? Just an ugly guy you see at the airport. Looking at every ugly guy at Tim Hortons. Oh my god, it's Pudface. I'm such a huge fan of you. Midnight Crime has got to be my favorite show.
Yeah.
Just keep getting punched until you get the signature.
Yeah.
I think you probably get punched while you're getting the signature as well, because I'm
Yeah.
sure like James Kidney is probably tired of fans going up to him and being like, "Oh my god, Pudface,
Yeah.
your biggest fan."
Imagine him on a first date with somebody. It was with a woman, and it's going okay, and they're walking down some like busy public street, and then multiple people stop him and say, "Oh my god, Pudface! I love you, Pudface." Harder to explain. It's a bad
Yeah.
name.
You can get an unopened Pudface action figure for only $25 on eBay.
Ooh.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't know
it
they
seems like it's in kind
merchandised.
of bad shape, but yeah, they have it's a blister
It's
pack and it has
ugly.
Pudface in there, and it says Pudface Morgan with new secret heat ray weapon, includes
Oh my
virtual
God.
reality mask, heat ray weapon, weapon support stand, and sniper rifle.
Whoa.
I am over the moon with my purchase. somebody bought this. There's so many 5-star reviews for this. Exactly what I ordered. No surprises. Love my item.
That's
Love my item.
that's such a real review. This
Yeah.
is my favorite item. I like its many features.
I fucking love my fucking item. Oh my god.
Fucking love getting my item perfectly, specifically my item.
Well, I'm looking at a Pudface figurine right now, and it's
Don't
available.
say
for...
it's me.
Oh, are you available for £15?
That's yes. Needless to say, yes, I am.
Are you
Is it-
located in Brentwood, United Kingdom?
I can be located for £15. I'll be located wherever you want me to be.
That's like almost $10.
Really?
I'm looking.
Oh,
I'm looking at one. I'm looking at a $10 one right now. A 1994 Pudface action figure, and this looks really similar to one that my cousin had as a kid.
Your cousin
And
had a
it looked
Pudface?
I think he might have had this exact action figure.
Oh,
'Cause
way.
I just had like a fucking like. I was like, why is this so fucking familiar to me?
Yeah, it's like you just see Pudface, then you almost like a sense of calm washes over you. It's
Yeah.
like you
I just
feel
remember
at
childhood.
peace.
Yeah, I would hate to have to be the Chinese child in the 90s that has to paint over all the unsold Freddy Krueger figurines to make these Pudface action figures.
and then
Yeah.
paint them back over again to make.
He literally
Freddy
has the
Krueger.
fucking fedora and the like fucked up face. It must have, it has to be like they have to have been pulling double duty on the sculpt for that.
So the British one that I'm looking at, the British Pudface, handsomest man in the UK.
British Pudface, Boris.
No, come on.
Oh,
Don't say that
come on,
about
chill, chill.
jolly old
Ooh.
Boris.
Fucking chill.
and
Yeah,
he's about to be
Damn,
PM
dude.
again. So
yeah, we
Oh, right.
bloody
Yeah,
love him.
you can't speak ill on the PM.
yeah, he's a slag. Okay, he's our slag.
Nice.
Yeah. he's running bloody wild.
He's bloody good. I'll say it.
Yeah.
It's bloody good.
He's just
He's
bloody
brilliant.
good.
He's
He's
absolutely brilliant. And he's a proper
brilliant.
lad.
He's a guy or a lad. I mean,
Proper ledge.
he's a legend,
He is a proper ledge.
and he's in bloody Bristol too. That's where he is.
He is absolutely over the trolley.
Mm-hmm.
I'd act the rudder for our lad Boris. You know.
Oh my god. Have you guys watched an episode with this character, Commander Cash?
No.
What?
This is listed as another action figure you
Oh,
can
I
buy,
see.
and I just want you to go to Google Images right now and type in Commander Cash and look at the picture of him standing next to RoboCop.
It's weird.
You need to watch this.
I searched Commander Cash, and it's just a picture of me. That's cool.
Oh my god.
Damn, Riley
Oh,
got it
no.
like that.
Oh wow.
Wait, what the fuck is this guy? This guy's
Look at him, dude.
He's the Noid. What the hell is this?
He's
Is there a
fucking
Commander
crazy.
Cash? There's a Commander Cash like cartoon?
What?
Yeah,
I'm
this
looking
guy's
at
a real
live
guy.
action
Oh.
picture here.
Oh, there's a Commander Cash cartoon. It's a in series cartoon.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's played by Roddy Piper?
Oh, this is the Roddy Piper episode?
Yeah.
It's all, man. This is all
Damn,
coming
dude.
together.
Do you guys
Um,
want to try? Does somebody kind of want to try and describe what Commander Cash looks like?
Are you guys familiar with Bible Man?
I am not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this kind of feels like Bible Man, but for maybe like Latter-day Saints or something. It's
Yeah.
got just it's like just a shifted, a color shifted version of Bible Man. He's got like a
got a
big mask on.
He's got
Mhm.
some kind. It looks supposed to be hair, but it looks like he has a big hook on his head to be,
Mhm.
to be
Yeah.
hung up. On
Yeah,
a,
which
on a-
by the way, if you're gonna be like fighting villains, don't add like places they can like attach a carabiner. You know what I mean?
or
Oh.
places that they can hang you up in their closet.
Yeah, it's a
and
bad
close
idea.
the door.
Pudface would absolutely just hook a little rope to that, and then
And he's
you know,
done.
and then he's done. His Commander Cash is done, and then Pudface is going to say something cool like, how about this? Hang in there, Commander Crash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd
no,
be
that's
good.
And
pretty
then
good.
also,
Yeah.
Commander
Yeah.
Cash also on his chest has the Criterion logo.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah. So it's a color shifted version of the Criterion logo. It's kind of a pastel Criterion logo.
Yeah. So that's why it's like when Commander Cash is captured by by Pudface, is he can just like watch Mulholland Drive, or
Mhm.
like one of the lesser known Kurosawa movies. You have a great time. Also, I'd like to note that Commander Cash, they didn't like get an in shape guy to play him, which is pretty funny.
They sure didn't.
No, they did not. They did not get a ripped dude to play Commander Cash. He's he's like a real life kind of chubby Johnny Bravo is what I'm seeing.
I think there's stealth muscle in there, though. You know, like under the layer of cash fat. There's some real power.
I
You,
think he
you
looks
have to
good.
be strong to pull off that costume, is what I'm saying.
There
strong
is a
mentally.
serious difference between the cartoon Commander Cash and the real life one. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Oh my
I think cartoons give Commander Cash his bad body image.
Definitely. He is
so I-
so scary looking close up.
This image that you just shared is really upsetting in a lot of ways. Yeah, I don't like it. It's like Commander Cash has kind of a half mask that covers the top half of his head, but then he's got like a balaclava, but like it's just
He doesn't
hate
look
it.
right.
no, he looks wrong.
his teeth look amazing. I
I
think.
think he has braces on.
It
yeah,
looks like
Commander
he has
Cash.
these
braces on.
Invisalign braces on. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty bad.
I wanted to read you guys the description of the Pudface Morgan action figure that's listed in Britain. So this is the
Please do.
British Pudface action figure. So this one, he comes with RoboCop's arch enemy with sniper rifle and missile launcher.
Mhm.
Right? It's ages 3 and up, so you can. I don't think this is safe for children who are 3. I think they would find it too upsetting. The additional toys that you can get include the RoboCop's car, a Hummer, an ambulance, and then you can also get Pudface, Commander Cash, as well as Stan Parks, who's a normal guy, and then RoboCop
comes with
as well.
briefcase.
Yeah, you just get a guy, and then you can get a cryo chamber to freeze RoboCop and bring him back to life.
Does Stan Parks come with a lanyard?
The funny thing is that Toy Island Manufacturing Co. Is based in Kowloon, Hong Kong. I'm going to choose to believe that it was actually based in the Kowloon Walled City.
Kowloon Walled City.
Yeah, and then like when they got rid of it, like that's when they couldn't have the RoboCop show anymore. Is because the place making the toys was taken down in like slum clearances by the Hong Kong government. Anyway, so here's the description. Vintage RoboCop Pudface Morgan action figure by Island Toys, 89404. Figure 11 centimeters tall, fair condition with price tag removal ripped to front of card. And then this is the line of the that I really enjoyed. Being part of my collection for many years and displayed or used.
Wow.
Yeah,
You got both.
Yeah, he's been both displayed and possibly used.
Possibly used. There's a real question mark there for the collector, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to use Pudface. It loses like 90% of its value if it's used.
Pudface, buddy. I'm sending it back.
Yeah.
How can you even tell?
Give me
He
a
already
fresh-
looks a bit used.
You can tell when Pudface has been used.
Really?
Trust me on that.
That's a myth. That's a myth that you can tell.
I don't think I could tell, honestly.
Men can never find the Pudface. It's weird. I find it very difficult to watch this show, but very easy to talk about it.
Yeah.
You find it difficult to watch, really?
Dude,
That's
I
crazy.
actually do. Yeah,
I love
do.
it.
I'm pleased you were able to introduce you guys to the wonders that is Pudface.
Robot Cop and Pudface.
Yeah, but I find it very difficult to I feel like it comes at my head and then just sort of slips off my eyes before it lands in my brain.
It's just like the perfect. I feel like it's like this is the kind of show that if they gave me an unlimited budget, if they gave me $100 million, I would still end up making this show. I think I'd make something like this very simple. There's a guy in a robot suit. He walks around. At some point, the only note I would have given is I would have made him being on fire. I probably would have made that happen every 2 minutes or so, or every single commercial break would end with we'd lead into it with him getting completely caught on fire, and then just come right back.
That's good. I like that.
The full body burn was truly so awesome.
It was worth the price of admission.
Incredible. I honestly could not believe that was in this show. It was unreal.
It goes on for so long too. It's amazing.
It's so
funny,
fucking sick.
And let's see. The only other thing I've got in my notes is that when RoboCop meets the two kids again, right? The kid like runs at him and says, "Hey, Robo Chump, it's me, James Kidney," and a child is lip syncing me. RoboCop is like, "You should be in school." Again, in the movie with Paul Verhoeven, if RoboCop sees a delinquent child, he would put him into a gigantic paper industrial shredder.
Yeah, rip his spine out.
Yeah. Whereas here, it's just the kid just says "school's for losers" and squirts him with a water gun, and I did laugh aloud at that.
I really do the twist at the end where there's multiple people playing Pudface because of the voice changer really did honestly catch me by surprise.
Yeah, it got me.
They introduced the voice changer thing, and you're thinking I was thinking okay, well they'll probably make it so that somebody's doing an impression of Pudface at the end, and then I was like, I don't think that this show that people are smart enough to even think of that twist. So I just wasn't expecting. It just flew out of my brain, and when it actually happened, I was pretty impressed.
Yeah. It's that counts by the standards of the RoboCop TV show as Inception, as a film of Inception level complexity.
It really was. I was like, oh my god, wow, that's really good. That's a thinker. That ending.
Yeah. Real chin scratcher.
And we need to cut it slightly early today because I have to go get my physiotherapy done. And you know what? I think we've kind of drained Inside Crime for all that it's
Oh my
worth.
god, I would love to fucking drain Pudface Morgan.
But
Can you imagine?
I want to thank
with
everyone for listening and subscribing, and also thank the podcast about list lads
Anytime.
for acting the rotter and ringing us up to talk all about RoboCop TV show, the possibly best show ever made.
Absolutely.
I love Canada. I would fucking die
Yeah.
for your shitty country. I would do anything for it. I love it. I can't wait.
I love
to-
your TV shows.
It's one of the countries that I look the most forward to being banned from one day, so that I can never
Yeah.
go. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, and we will see you on the free episode soonish. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
I